Namaste. Welcome to the Konalani Yoga deck. My name is Abhaya and I'll be guiding you through practice today. You do yoga for a lot of different reasons, right? Maybe it's to release physical tension, emotional tension, or just because it feels good. And that's all great. But today I'm going to plant the seed that so much more is possible. Instead of having a goal of like, I want to release this tension in my neck, right, or whatever it might be for you, today's goal is to connect inside first, to feel first, not worry about depth and poses, not worrying about flexing really hard, but rather by feel, move fluidly, and see what's possible. So have fun. We've got a great sequence for you. Remember, feel first, move second. Come on to the belly. Stack the hands at the top of the mat. Allow the elbows to reach wide. Release forehead onto hands. And take a few slow grounding breaths, feeling the sensation of the body expand three-dimensionally. And we'll be coming back to this position over and over in class. This will be your opportunity to check in, release all thoughts, and start fresh. Take one more breath here. Walk hands underneath shoulders and ever so gently, traction, fingertips towards you, shoulder blades slide down the back. Let your back support you. Don't worry about lifting. Just see what's possible as your back turns on. And then extend your right arm, press into your left hand, slowly, gently rolling onto the side. Just start to gently massage the whole right side of the body. Gentle rocking, notice sensation in the foot, the heel, the calf, the thigh, the hip. Start to notice the rib cage, the armpit, the front and back of the shoulder, sensation of the head on the arm, even the wrist and the hand. Bend the top knee, place the sole of the top foot behind you, gently roll onto the back, and then push into that same foot, gently rolling all the way over onto the belly. Hands under shoulders, shoulder blades slide down, peek the heart forward, and now left hand extends, gently roll onto the left side of the body. Now massage through the left side of the body, just rocking from side to side. Notice the foot, the ankle, the calf. Let this be an opportunity to build awareness and sensation in the body. We're going to always try to feel and then move from that place of feeling, maintaining awareness as we move, letting go of any sense of goal or pushing further. Make your way up to rib cage, armpit, tricep, and then bend top knee, place the sole of the foot behind you, roll onto the back, and then push into the right foot, gently rolling onto the belly, hands underneath shoulders, peek the heart forward, relax all tension in the neck, gaze down, and then bring a little extra push into the hands, send the hips back to the heels and pause in Bhaktasana, forehead melts. Take a breath. Push down into the shins, gently stacking pelvis, and then one vertebra at a time. Circle the arms up, reach up. Allow the knees to come a little wider to support you, and then imagine as you reach up that you're opening to your higher consciousness. Reach up, connect, and then allow the elbows to split. Allow the shoulder blades to peel down the back, just like our cobra pose. Feel the heart opening, receiving that connection. float the hands behind you. Gently hinge forward and let go. Release any sense of will or gripping here. Hips come to heels, hands reach forward, push down into the shins, gently rolling forward, push down into the hands, feel the whole front of the body turn on. And then peel the heart forward, extended cow pose. Let's do that again. Press hips back to heels, push down into the shins, stacking pelvis, stacking spine, and then lifting the hips and the arms, connect. Open the arms, gentle back bend, receive that connection, letting go. Hinge forward, hands sweep back, gently release the hips to the heels, circle the arms forward, and then push down into hands and shins to shift the body forward through cat into an extended cow. Reach the heart between the biceps. And then slowly lower down, stack the hands. We're back at the beginning. Take a breath and we'll add on to that sequence. Hands slide underneath the shoulders. And it can be a little further back than the shoulders if it helps you open the heart. And again, the goal here isn't lifting high, it's feeling sensation in the back as you move. So start to sway side to side. Come down a little bit lower if it helps you soften through the low back. And just notice how you sway from side to side, how the sensation moves across the back, not firing just one muscle, but all of them. Come back to center, hands underneath shoulders, shift the hips back to the heels. We'll just do one of these this time, reaching up to connect, and then bend elbows, lift the heart to open. Release hands down, hinge forward, release all thoughts, and then circle the hands in front of you. Walk the knees together for stability, and slowly start to lift the right foot. Draw a figure eight with the right knee crossing in the middle of the body, and the top of the circle is towards the hands, the back of the circle is behind you. Do this a couple of times, awakening the muscles in that right hip. And again, notice the muscles supporting you as you move, trying to find more fluidity. The next time the foot comes forward, step it to the outside of the hands and soften through the hips. Start to circle the hips, not reaching for a stretch, but rather reaching for sensation. Noticing where the sensation is as the hips release towards the mat, as they release to the right and the back. How does the sensation shift and move? And then walk the front foot back slightly so you have more stability. Press into the shin and the foot. Allow the pelvis to stack, and then the spine. Reach up, make your connection. And then bend into the front knee, bend into the elbows. Let the heart lift, open to that higher wisdom. Allow that to guide you. And then start to kick into the heel, extending the leg, hinging forward, and release forward, surrendering the thoughts, bowing. Bend into the knee. Let's repeat that again. Sweep the arms up, connect. Reach knee forward and elbows back, heart opens. And then hinge forward at the hips, extending the leg, bowing. Last one. Now that it's becoming more familiar, try to feel more as you move. Not reaching for your stretch, reaching for sensation as you move. This time, plant the left hand underneath the left shoulder and gently reach the right hand high, twisting towards the right knee. And then bring a lot of weight into the outside of the left hand, into the right foot, and step the left foot through. Bring the sole of the right foot to the inner thigh, bend the left knee, reach the heart beyond the toes, and then kick into the heel to send yourself back up. So bend knee, reach heart, kick, heel, extend. We're not worried about a deep hamstring stretch here. Instead, just try to feel the whole posterior chain of the body unlocking as you wave seamlessly forward. One more. And then as you come up, scooch all the way to the right side of the mat. Place the sole of the right foot down and slowly recline onto the back. Knee hugs in, lift effortlessly towards the leg, and then recline. Sole of right foot down. Reach the left arm overhead. Press into the right foot just like we did before. Slowly rolling back onto the belly. Stack the hands, elbows wide, forehead to hands. We're back at the beginning. Just breathe through the body, noticing difference between sides before we balance it out. Feel the breath coursing through the body and try to maintain that awareness as we start to move. Hands underneath shoulders, peek the heart forward, slide the shoulder blades down, and then start to sway from side to side. The goal is not to reach as high as possible in our cobra, but rather to move with ease and fluidity. Keep breathing. Hands underneath shoulders, press the hips back to the heels. Pause for a moment, and then press down into the shins. Let the pelvis stack, let the arms circle up. Make your connection to something higher, a bigger purpose. And then open to that. Open the elbows, let the heart reach up. Let everything else go. So here we bow, we surrender. Circle the hands in front of you. Press into the shins to shift the shoulders over the wrists. Walk the knees together. And now we do our sequence on the left side. So first, the sole of the left foot lifts, and we start to circle our left knee, drawing figure eights. The circle's behind us. We cross in the middle of the body, and then there's another circle in front of us. And again, it doesn't have to be a huge figure eight. Try a smaller set of circles and notice if that helps you feel more control and stability in the pelvis. The next time the knee comes forward, step the foot outside of the hands and let the hips soften. Draw some big, gentle circles with the hips, releasing any gripping in the pelvis. Not forcing anything. Just try to feel as you move. Allow these movements to glide as effortlessly as possible. And then scooch the front foot back a little so you have more stability. Push down into the foot and the knee. First the pelvis stacks, and then allow one vertebra at a time to stack upon that. Reach up, make your connection. Push down into foot and knee so you feel really strong and buoyant. And then glide the front knee forward and peel the arms back, letting the heart open. Receive that connection. And then we let everything else go. Kick into the leg, extend forward, fingertips reach back, heart peeks forward. Then we do it again. Bend into the front knee, reach up, connect. Breathe. Reach knee forward, elbows back, heart opens. Last one, bow forward. And then place the right hand underneath the right shoulder, bend into left knee, and stack the shoulders and hand. Gentle twist. Put a little bit more power in the right hand, bend the right elbow, power into the left foot to weightlessly step forward, bringing the right sit bone down. Left sole of foot into right thigh, bend the knee, unlocking the posterior chain so you can reach the heart, and then kick into the foot, gently rippling movement up the spine. Feel that connection. It's not just one muscle moving at a time. Notice how the whole body can move fluidly. You might need to slow down. Keep breathing. And then ride the wave all the way up. Scooch over to the left side of the mat. Left sole of foot, plant, slowly recline. Hug the left knee in, chin to knee. Release back down, plant the sole of the foot, reach the right arm up, and gently push into the left foot to glide onto the right side, and then all the way to the belly. Stack the hands, elbows wide. Pause. Take a few deep breaths here. That's our main sequence. And now we'll add on a few more challenging poses, but hopefully it gets more fluid and natural each time we do it. As it becomes familiar, trust the body to take you into the movement instead of forcing movement with the mind. Hands underneath shoulders, tent the fingertips this time, and notice if that little pressure helps you reach the heart forward. We don't want any tension in the spine, but as the back wakes up more and more with each round, maybe you find yourself lifting effortlessly and it feels great, it feels natural. Go with that. Come back to center, hands underneath the shoulders, push into the hands, send the hips back towards the heels. This time tuck the toes, walk the hands forward, one handprint, hover the knees for a moment, allowing the core to engage, bend the elbows, and just find this gentle bounce, as if you're on top of the ocean, just bouncing with a gentle wave. Press into the hands to reach the hips up and back. Take a breath, and then walk the feet together as the legs extend. Reach the right heel high into the air, and now we take our figure eights from down dog. So cross in the middle, draw a big circle, and then cross and draw a big circle in the back. And again, move as slowly as you need to find fluidity here. The next time the knee comes forward, step it outside the hands, bend the back knee, walk the feet together as much as you need to feel really stable and supported. And then push down into the feet. Make your connection. Straighten both legs, reach up, and then bend into the front knee. Elbows peel back so the heart can open. Extend front leg, surrender forward, reaching heart forward and fingertips back. And then we do it again. Bend into the knee, reach up, extend, bend into the knee, lengthen, extending the spine. And then extend the leg, hinge forward, releasing. One more time, bend into the knee, reach up. This time, bend into the knee, shift the weight, and just taste Flying Warrior for one moment, Virabhadrasana 3, and kick through that back leg, stretching it back, set it down for a heel to arch alignment. Pause for one moment. In Virabhadrasana 2, not a deep hip stretch, just trying to feel support and stability in the legs. And then push into the ball of the back foot, re-squaring the hips down. Plant the left hand, take your twist towards the right leg. And then step the left leg through. Pause for a moment, bring the sole of the right foot to the thigh, bend the knee, and take your waves over that extended leg, releasing any tension. Again, feeling as you move, feeling the gliding surfaces of the body, allowing you to reach forward. And it doesn't matter how far, as long as it feels good. And then scooch over to the right side of the mat, sole of the foot down, recline. Hug the knee in, chin to knee. Sole of foot down. We'll add a stretch in here, robot arms, triceps press into the floor. Tuck the chin, press the base of the skull into the floor as you press the elbows down, and just let the neck release. Take a couple of breaths there. And then extend left arm overhead, press into the right foot, gently rolling onto the belly, stack the hands, pause and absorb. Take a couple of breaths here. Preparing inside to do that whole sequence on the second side. And these moments of pause help the neurological pathways to connect. So the next time we do it, it's easier. It's more natural. We've been here before. Take a couple of more breaths, trusting that process. And then slide the hands back, tent the fingers, draw your circles. Notice if it feels good to come higher. That's not the goal, but just paying attention to how the body starts to respond layer after layer as we repeat this movement. Keep breathing. Hands underneath shoulders, shift the hips back, tuck the toes, walk the hands forward slightly, hover the knees for a moment, turning everything on, and then press into the hands, reaching the sits bones up and back. Extend the legs, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog, sway hips from side to side, and then walk the feet together. This time, left heel lifts high and slowly shift forward to draw your figure eights. Again, play with the size of the figure eight, trying to feel stable and supported. The next time the knee comes forward, step it outside the hands, bend the back knee, walk the back foot in slightly until you feel a buoyancy in the pelvis. Press down into the feet, slowly rise up, straighten the legs, make your connection, reach up, bend knee, open elbows, open heart, receiving the grace of your practice. Breathe into that. And then float the hands back, straighten the leg, hinge forward, let go, release, trust your inner wisdom to support you here. You don't have to choose how deep to hinge. Press into the front foot, make your connection, reach up. Bend the knee, open, relax, and smile. Float hands behind you, extend the leg, hinge. One last time. It's not about depth. Try to find that fluidity and sensation in the body as you move. This time, bend into the front knee, hinge forward, power into the front foot, lengthening the heart beyond your mat, Virabhadrasana 3. And then again, bend into the left knee, reach the right foot back, let it land, power into both feet to support the pelvis. Open your hands to a T and gaze over the left middle finger for just a moment. And then push into the ball of the right foot, let the heel glide up, plant right hand down, lift the left hand, walk the left foot over so your pelvis has plenty of space for this nice twist. And then push into right hand and left foot to step through, glide the left foot into the inner thigh, bend the knee, release the spine, kick into the heel, stack the spine. Try to feel that connection of movements, find that fluidity. It's not about depth. Keep breathing. Let the spine stack, scoot over to the left side of the mat, sole of left foot down, recline, hug the knee in, chin to knee. Release the head and the sole of the foot, robot arms, press elbows down into the mat, tuck the chin, press the base of the skull down into the mat, breathe into the neck, breathe into the back. Reach the right arm over, kick into the left foot to gently guide yourself onto your side, and then all the way over to the belly. Stack the hands and pause and breathe. We're going to go through that same exact sequence one more time. And our goal here is to find as much fluidity and ease as possible. Slide the hands back, tent the fingers, start to sway the spine from side to side. As we get into our last couple of high cobras, feel free to push into the hands a little bit more, but just make sure there's no tension in the neck and shoulders as you do that. Come back to center, hands underneath shoulders. Press the hips back, tuck toes, hover knees, pause, turning everything on, and then extend the spine. Keep the knees deeply bent. Walk the feet together. Extend heels down. This just gives us a little more support as we lift our right heel and gently draw those figure eights. Notice as you circle in the hip, the sensation in the hips changing, the muscles on the inner thigh and then the outer hip turning on to support you. Step the foot forward, bend the back knee, press down into the feet, rise up, make your connection, straighten the legs, feel this power as you push down, allowing you to lengthen. And then bend into the front knee, reach the elbows wide, heart opens, feel the muscles on the back supporting you so that the heart can reach higher. Straighten the front leg, release the hands down. Now let go. Let go of thoughts, soften. This time, bend into the front knee. We'll go straight into our Virabhadrasana 3. And just play with gently swaying from side to side, trying to ungrip the muscles in the standing leg. They're working hard, but they don't need to feel intense. Bend right knee, take a long step back with the left foot, Virabhadrasana 2. And this time, sweep the arms all the way over to the left, turning on the toes. We'll do the same thing on the second side. So extend both legs, reach up, make your connection. Bend knees, bend elbows, let the heart open. Extend the leg, hinge forward. Bend knee, Virabhadrasana 3, and then just gently sway. Bend the knee really generously, shoot the right foot back, pause in Vira 2, and then sweep the arms all the way over, extend up, and then bend into the knee, plant the left hand down, spin the back heel up, take your twist, and then step the left foot through, pausing in our Jana Shirshasana, right sole of foot to thigh. Take a wave, and then we're actually going to take this pose a little bit deeper. Next time the spine stacks, twist over to the right. Left hand comes to the right knee, can pause here in the twist, or you can start to reach up and over the extended leg. Bend the left knee so there's no tension here. If the body wants a little stillness, you can hold, or you can work the same way you did in Jana Shirshasana by kicking into the heel to stack the spine, bending into the knee to reach. So take it dynamically or hold. As we're towards the end of class, you have these options to sink in if the body wants them, but you have to feel before you make your choice. Kick into the heel, slowly coming back up to seated. Scoot all the way over to the left side of the mat. Sole of the right foot comes down the right side of the mat. Recline, chin to knee. Relax the head down, robot arms. Take that nice neck and trap stretch, breathing. Press the base of the skull in gently. Now we have the option to add a nice back bend here. Glide the left foot in, step the feet nice and wide so the pelvis has some support. Press a little more into the triceps so you feel the arch in your back, and then press into the soles of the feet, just letting the hips lift. Take a couple of breaths. Allow the back to be relaxed as it supports you. So there's not an intense firing up of muscles, just gentle support. Release one vertebra at a time. Extend left arm and leg. Press into the right foot, rolling onto the belly. Stack the hands, forehead to hands. Take a couple of breaths as we prepare for our very last repetition of this vinyasa. On the last side, slide the hands back, tent the fingers. Breathe as you lift into your high cobra. And there's no goal besides to feel. So start to explore the side to side movement. Notice how the sensation changes as you lift higher. Hands underneath shoulders. Press the hips back. Tuck the toes. Hover knees. And then press into the hands, lengthening through the spine. Walk the feet together, extend the legs a little bit. Don't worry about straightening them though. Now the left leg lifts. We draw our figure eights. Again, try to find a sense of fluidity in the hip socket as you move. It doesn't matter how big these circles are. And then step the left foot forward. Bend the back knee, press down into the feet, gently rising up, straighten the legs, make your connection. Bend into the front knee, open the arms, let the heart lift effortlessly, receiving that nectar into the heart. And then extend the front leg, reach the arms back, and let go. Hinge forward, Parsvottanasana, release any tension in the mind. Bend the front knee, shift the weight. Lengthen the back heel and the crown of the head apart. Gently glide from side to side. Bend left knee, shoot the right foot back, Vira 2, and then sweep the arms all the way back. Turn the feet, straighten the legs, reaching up Make your connection. Bend the knee. Modified Virabhadrasana 1, letting the heart open. Extend the leg, extend the arms, hinge forward, surrendering forward. Notice if you can come a little deeper, not because that's the goal, but because the body wants it. And then bend the front knee, shoot the back leg up, extend forward, Virabhadrasana 3. And now we have the option to repeat that a couple more times on our own. So bend the front knee, shoot the leg back. You can always pause longer, Virabhadrasana 2. And then whenever you're ready, take it to the back. Start with the connection. Virabhadrasana 1, letting the heart open. Parsvottanasana, hinging forward, and then shifting the weight. Stay in your Virabhadrasana 3 as long as you want. If you're enjoying it, just make sure nothing's gripping, nothing's locking up. And then whenever you're ready, shoot the right leg back. Pause in Vira 2, letting the pelvis stabilize, letting that left leg get a little bit of relief. And then sweep the arms to the other side. And repeat. You can repeat at your own pace. If you're starting to get a hang of the sequence, let the body take over and just glide through these movements. It's not about depth, it's about the support and the fluidity. And you can add on, you can change things as the body wants to come deeper. Give yourself that opportunity to explore what your body wants. Not because it's cool, not because you think you should do it, but because the body is craving this movement, this power. Take one last repetition. Now after you finish the right side, glide back to the left side. Plant the right hand down. Take your twist to the left foot. And then step the right foot through. Sole of left foot joins thigh, bend the right knee, and just take a few waves before we shift from Jana Shirshasana into Parvrita Jana Shirshasana. Glide up, open the hips, twist to the left. Pause here if it feels great. Otherwise, add in the side bend, bending the right knee, bringing the arm inside the leg. You can hold, or you can gently wave in and out of it, and then hold. When you're ready, press into the heel, gliding up, shift all the way over to the other side of the mat, recline, hug the knee in, chin to knee, sole of foot down, robot arms, press into the occiput, the base of the spine. Breathe into that diamond connection from the base of the spine to the outside of the shoulders, all the way down to the mid-back. Trapezius is often tight, and this might feel really good. Option to take it a little deeper, glide the right heel in. Step the feet nice and wide, press into shoulder blades, elbows, and feet to slowly lift the pelvis. Pause here or interlace hands. Walk shoulder blades together and drag the knuckles towards the heels, lifting a little higher. Sway the hips slightly, just making sure nothing's locking up or gripping. And then release hands, release the spine, stretch right arm and leg apart. Kick into the left foot, rolling onto the belly. Stack the hands, elbows wide, forehead to hands, and pause. Breathe. Notice sensation coursing through your body, even in stillness. Hands underneath shoulders. Press the hips all the way back to the heels and pause in devotional pose. Devotion to your true self, this higher guide that helps you to connect more deeply inside and brings you to this practice over and over again. Press down into the shins, effortlessly coming up to seated. Bring hands to heart. So our theme of class today was connecting and opening and then letting go into that space and trusting. And in the tradition of ShambhavAnanda Yoga, the best way that we can do this, the best way that we can connect and open and surrender is through our mantra practice. The mantra Om Namah Shivaya is something you'll learn a lot about during your training here. So for our purposes right now, we're just going to dive in. We're just going to try it. But just like yoga, the goal is to feel as you chant. Feel the vibrations, feel the inner sensations as you chant this mantra. Draw your awareness to your heart. Use the inhale to stretch the space of your heart gently, just like we did in yoga, just gentle awareness And then exhale to soften and sink inward into that space. Every breath just like that, but with the mantra too. So inhale, Om Namah Shivaya, stretching into the heart. And exhale, Om Namah Shivaya, sinking into the vibration of the mantra and into the sensation of the heart space. Let the breath be really natural and smooth. And then link the mantra to that breath. No need to change the breath or speed it up. The breath is your base. And then layer the mantra on top. Try to feel the vibrations of the mantra and the sensation of the breath, and let that divert attention away from the mind, thoughts, even physical sensations around you. Instead, focusing on this deeper connection inside. And we'll just take several more breaths to explore this practice. And you're welcome to stay upright doing this meditation practice for as long as you want. You can also start to recline onto the back for your Shavasana absorption, supporting yourself as you come onto the back. And if you have a pillow or a blanket nearby, it might feel nice to roll that up underneath the back side of the knees. This just unlocks the low back and helps you nourish yourself more deeply as you let go in Shavasana. And in this school of yoga, we recommend 10 minutes to relax in Shavasana to get the full benefit of your practice physically, mentally, emotionally, and energetically. But depending on how much time you have, 2 minutes is great as well. So we'll be signing off, but take some time to absorb, and we look forward to practicing with you again. Namaste.